Now let's look at equations in short form. We want to solve for x. The question says solve for x. So these equations are in short form, so that's why we call it SURDIC equation. So to begin, number one, this is solution. So we move. We say root 2x minus 3 equal to 5. To solve for x in this equation, you will first of all remove this square root. Not by cancelling it, but to do a mathematical operation that will eliminate the square root. And to do this, you square both sides. Remember, squaring both sides of the equation does not alter the balance of the equation. Square both sides. So to square both sides, we have root 2x minus 3 equal to 5 squared. The essence is to eliminate this. So square cancels root. So you have 2x minus 3. 5 squared is 25. So we have 2x equals to 25 plus 3. 2x equals to 28. So our x is what? 28 over 2, which is 14. So you've solved for x in the first case. This is more of introduction. We solve more advanced questions as we progress. Question 2 says root x plus 4 minus root x minus 1 equals to 1. So how do we do this? To do this, we need to square both sides as usual. But before we do that, squaring this side like this will be more complicated to expand than if we should move this part to this area and then square, so that we have we can find it easier to treat this. So having said that, we will need to move this to this side. So we have root x plus 4 equal to 1 plus root x minus 1. So we can now say x plus 4, root x plus 4 squared equals to 1 plus root x minus 1 all squared. So we have this can then cancel this, making it simpler. So we can't say this. We will only expand because this is now a compound expression. So we have 1 plus root x minus 1, 1 plus root x minus 1. So we have this equal to, when we multiply, we have 1 times 1. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times this, 1 times this is the same root x minus 1. Then root x minus 1 times 1 is still the same root x minus 1. Then root x minus 1 times root x minus 1 is the same value. So we need to have root x minus 1 squared. Of course, this we can cancel this, so we have x minus 1 remaining. So we can say that this is equal to 1 plus this and this are the same. So we can say 2 root x minus 1 plus x minus 1. So to do this, we have to collect like terms. So we say x minus x plus 4 minus 1 plus 1 equal to 2 root x minus 1 So this cancels this. So you have 4. This can cancel this, equals to 2 root x minus 1. So at this stage, we can divide both sides by 2. So we have 2 equal to root x minus 1. So because we've not eliminated this root, we will still need to square again. So we'll say square again. We can just say square both sides. So we have 2 squared equals to root x minus 1 squared. So you have 4 equal to, this can cancel this, x minus 1. So 4 plus 1 equal to x. So x equals to what? 5. You've solved this SURDIC equation. So as a rule of thumb, if you like, you can substitute. If you check, in the first case, x equal to 14. And if you have 2 times 14 is 28. 28 minus 3 is 25. Square root of 25 is 5. So this equation is correct. Then in the second case, we have x to be 5. So if we substitute x to be 5 here, this means this is the same thing as saying 5 plus 4 is 9. Root 9 is 3 minus 5 minus 1 is 4. Root 4 is 2. So we have 3 minus 2 is 1. So you see this is still 1. So the equation is correct.